All right, it's day 2 of making a sourdough loaf from scratch. So this is my sourdough starter that we fed in the last video. It's doubled in size, which means it's nice and active, it's bubbly, it's ready to go. Now I'm gonna mix my dough by adding 325 grams of water and 500 grams of flour. It's a lot easier if you just weigh everything instead of trying to use measuring cups. It saves dishes. And this is my little dough whisk. This is what I'm gonna use to mix it. And it just helps to get you started and getting everything nice and incorporated. And I'm not gonna lie, it takes some work. So it's not gonna seem like it's doing much at first, but stick to it and you'll see that the dough does come together. So we're gonna do this before we even add our starter. So do not add your salt or your starter yet. This section or this step in the process is called adolis, and you're just mixing the flour and the water, and you're gonna allow that to sit and for that gluten development to really take place and to strengthen your dough later on. So this is it once it's nice and mixed and it's super shaggy like this. That's what it's supposed to look like, but you shouldn't have any dry flour just floating around, and if you do, just keep mixing it. You can also do this step in a KitchenAid mixer with your dough hook. It's much more efficient and a lot better, and when you do that, you'll notice that your dough is much smoother. But if you're just doing it by hand, your dough is going to look like this, and it's going to be kind of rougher and shaggier, and that is quite alright. So it's kind of what it should look like, and that's the dough mixed. And this is the first part of incorporating our ingredients, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to cover it, and you're going to leave it at room temperature for 30 minutes. And then once those 30 minutes is up, you're going to come back to your dough, and this is kind of what it should look like, a little bit less shaggy. Now you're going to add your salt and your sourdough starter, your active starter. So you're going to add 10 grams of salt, and then you're going to add 100 grams of your active sourdough starter. My video was not running the first time I did the first part of my starter, so I had to do the last bit. Anyways, you're going to add your starter in there, and then you're going to mix it with your hand. So if your hands weren't already clean, which they should have been, go ahead and wet your hands, and you're going to just get in there. You're just going to grab the dough and you're going to squeeze it between your fingers. This is to really help that salt to integrate, and that start to integrate fully into the dough, so that there's no like loose or dry salt granules just going around your flour. This way it gets nice and incorporated all throughout your dough. Not to mention it's therapeutic and it's a lot of fun to do this. It's the only time I really get to play with my dough, so I enjoy doing this when I get a chance. It just kind of de-stresses me. If you're somebody that just likes to feel things, textures, this is a great way to do it. It's very therapeutic, so I recommend you do it. But you're just going to do that until the dough begins to kind of get more and more elastic. You'll feel it change and it will become less sticky in your hand. That's it for mixing your dough. At this point, you're going to get your cover, whatever you use to cover it, and you're going to cover it and let it sit at room temperature for 30 minutes. And for the next step, go to the next video to find out what you do next after that 30 minutes.